if we even try to resemble this in our daily life, then we have no reason not to hope in Jesus Christ as we prepare to leave this world.
Rejoice, O virgins, Deo to gospel of grace, joy of all the souls.
Holy Spirit, Christ is risen.
In truth he is risen.
Christos voskresis. Christos anesti. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, Christ is risen. So we gather today here. We're moving along in the period of Paschal times, and we hear today that Jesus is talking about himself. I am he. That I said to you from the beginning, I am he, I am he. He's telling them who he is, and they're like saying, well, who are you? And he's saying, I am he, the same that you've known from the beginning, I am he. And they did not recognize him. They did not know who he was. And this is why it's important to understand that every generation from that time forward has had the opportunity to recognize Jesus Christ as fully God and fully man. He was, as a man, he was free. He was free because he followed the will of the Father. He followed the will of the Father. He says, my Father, I follow him. I say what he has given me to say. So he follows the will of the Father. So therefore, he has submitted himself as a human. He has submitted himself totally to the will of God. And in this, he had complete freedom to say anything and everything that needed to be said and to accomplish every single goal that was given by him, by God himself, in regard to Christ coming and redeeming mankind. He fulfilled every dot and tittle of the law. So the law that guided the Hebrew people to believe in the Messiah, to prepare the way for the Messiah, that law was fulfilled at the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So he is teaching them, the apostles, and he's teaching any and all who will come to him, he's teaching them that they need to have faith and hope, and they need to believe. You know, we need to believe as well. We who live in these latter times of the fallen times of this world type of thing, we need to believe as well. We need to believe in him in every ounce of our soul, in our mind, in our body, in our heart. We need to believe. Believe that he will redeem each and every one of us. How will he redeem us? By you believing in him. He can't force you to believe in him. He is giving you the option. Believe in him or don't. But you have the option. Every single person in this building today has the option to love God, to follow after him, to do his will in all things, to be obedient to him, and to trust in him for all things that will come of our life. We cannot take our own lives into our own hands. We cannot try to manipulate our understanding of him. We can't create God in our image. We must be created in his image and likeness. So therefore, that will be the tale at the end of the day for each and every one of us as we begin to leave this world. We will then either recognize him or we will not recognize him. We will know him as a mother hen knows the chicks know their mother, as a dog and their puppies. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, he wants us, he gathers us, he provides for us, he feeds us. As we believe in him and as we have faith in him, as we trust in him in all things, then we have life in him, and that life is unto life eternal. So it's important, brothers and sisters, that you and me and all of us, that we believe, that we trust and we believe. You know, we were talking about the paralytic, you know, and how he was constrained in his body for some 38 years. And Jesus Christ comes up to him and he says, take up your bed and walk. Pretty much is what he said. Walk. Go. Get up. And he told him to beware, be careful as he goes forward, to live a life of faithfulness, to live a life of heroic virtue, trusting in God for everything. He tells him he must learn to obey God's commandments. Love God, love your neighbor. He gave us that new law so that we can have it much easier, actually. We just have to love everyone. Whether they be parent, brother, sister, mother, aunt, uncle, friend, enemy, that we just love everyone. He gave us that. When he fulfilled the very law, he gave us the new commandments to love God and love our neighbor. If we even try to resemble this in our daily life, then we have no reason not to hope in Jesus Christ as we prepare to leave this world. So may God give us the strength to overcome the doubts and the fears and the anxieties and the tensions and the things that plague our lives on a day-to-day basis. And may we just simply trust in him and love everyone. Christ is risen.
In truth he is risen.
Blessed art thou, O Lord, teach me thy statutes. Blessed are the blameless in the way who walk in the law of the Lord.
In a